Coming up, we'll see the Chargers and the Chiefs, a series that's been all KC lately, having won 12 of their last 14 meetings. It's Week 3 in the National Football League, and it's next.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Now room for Eckler. Room here to run. The 30. 10.
I'm only going to be able to carry
all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and lift.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A quick check on the numbers for Keenan Allen from last week. 4 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. Herbert will give this one to Eckler, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Got his man. It's Williams. That catch good for only a couple. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert letting one go deep for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So for the Chargers, it's their first meeting this year against the AFC champs. And these two division rivals, they go back to the AFL days. But this, Charles, kind of a measuring stick game, you feel like, for a young Chargers team.
It certainly is, because when you match up with Kansas City, who has dominated in recent years, it feels like they'll continue to dominate for the foreseeable future. You've got to have a reason for optimism. And this team, under new management with a new head coach, and they feel like they've made some great strides in free agency and the draft. They feel like they can go ahead and start pursuing Kansas City once again.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. On second and goal, Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on?
Personal foul. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over with the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
He finds his target, Allen. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. And Jared Cook's been doing this for a lot of years, the last 2 in New Orleans. The Chargers turned to him after losing Hunter Henry to New England in free agency, and they made a nice decision.
Running on first down, Eckler. Sheds, evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through
the Charger drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Herbert. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. That'll go for only 7. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
You already know. I know what's up.
So we have reached halftime, intermission with a visiting. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And no return here. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Herbert now. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Let's go.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 170 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, Justin Herbert flushed out right. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the give, this is Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Touchdown! It's complete. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of...
The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Camera, action, showtime, baby.
All the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation.
The Charger drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That'll be complete to Cook. And they work this out past the 25.
We play to win. Let's go.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
There he goes left side. And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. A big play there for L.A. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Chargers are closing in on a third. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Steps away. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Chris Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So, for the Chargers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
This is the development trait. Superstar and Superstar X Factor players will progress faster over. This is the abilities. This player has a zone ability. This is a...
this offense gets set to take over. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. How do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Flush to his right. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. On first down, it's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Jalen Guyton was undrafted out of North Texas, but he's carved out a nice little role with this offense, especially when he runs routes like that and makes catches.
Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that.
He's got him in. Complete. Oh, yeah. Touchdown, Allen. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up
the offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Charger football to start quarter number 2. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. From the 29, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Fights through and now a crease. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. The Charger drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
To throw again on second down. Herbert fighting to stay upright. Herbert has it knocked free, and the Raiders pick it up. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. The defense. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And that's going to be good for Chargers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Herbert on first down now. Touchdown! That's called. Keenan Allen. His second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. Justin Herbert looking to pass. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. For the Chargers, they're able to run in their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick start team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. Ryan Tannehill leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. They'll get 3 up to midfield. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll go down at the 28. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd down and goal. Herbert to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you come
touchdown, Chargers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden... 2
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Here is Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on a touchdown.
Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They click so well, and if you really focus in on
the Charger drive about to get going.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this is Cook with the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He finds his man, complete. That's Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And they're going to score again. Another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a The Charger drive about to get going. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. It's complete to Cook. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Herbert off of play action. Rolling to his right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Here's Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0.